I'm Dylan Black. He's here to help us keep our New Year's resolutions intact. We're 2 weeks in now, so you should probably still be holding on to them, I think. Maybe not. Steve Gingras is here with us. He's an organizational coach. How are you, Steve?
Thank you, Dylan. I'm doing great, thank you.
Yeah, have you held on to your New Year's resolution?
We just talked just before the cameras went on. I told you what my resolution was this year, so we can maybe talk about it a little bit later on.
Yeah, we will. Okay, we will. That's a tease right there. People
that's right.
Will
Stay
hang
tuned.
on. Stay tuned. What is it about New Year's resolutions? I mean, why do people make them anyway?
It's just the idea of the fact that it's going to be January 1st. All of a sudden, this magical thing is going to happen, and I'll be able to do everything that I plan then. So there's two things that happen: either people overplan or they underplan. And I find usually it's underplanning, but there's also some occasions where people put too much on their plate there and say, I want to do everything.
Yeah, and that's probably the bad thing to do.
Exactly.
Yeah. So a couple weeks in is significant into the new year.
Yes, indeed. Officially, January 14th is considered New Year's Resolution Quitters Day. And I know we don't celebrate that, but basically in a 21-day cycle of breaking a habit or starting something new there, usually the middle part, the 2/3 way is the hardest part when things start to break down.
Okay, so you mentioned that maybe because the goals are too big, or I mean, why do people all of a sudden just say, let's not do this anymore?
A good example I have is I had a person that attended one of my sessions there. It was an organizational class. She had this magnificent blueprint plan of creating her own home office there. Now, I was fortunate enough to actually have that person attend another class that I did a year later, and she had actually done almost nothing with that. And I asked her what the problem was, and she said it was just too daunting. There was just too much there. Rather than just like saying, let's paint the walls this color or whatever like that, rather than that, she was like going right into every single intimate detail of the office there, which made it too daunting to do.
Too daunting, okay. So people actually do restart their resolutions, though? Is that a thing?
Indeed, because the thing is, too, is look at it this way. Why don't you start one every beginning of every month instead of every year? Because the thing is, too, is when you're doing a year, a lot of times people will say, oh, I'm going to try it at whatever, quick smoking there. They get like 7 days into it, 12 days, 14 days, and all of a sudden just say, that's it, I'll wait till next year. And it's just like saying, no, like you already made 7 days in or 9 days in. Treat that as a success story, not necessarily like you're a failure.
See the positives.
Exactly.
Every day is a new day.
Every day, exactly.
Start over. Okay, so you actually brought some props, some tools,
yes,
some helpful items to make us either think about restarting or sticking with our resolutions.
Right. The good example like this, I'm going to say, let's say today my goal was going to be I want to compete in race weekend at the end of May there. Now, instead of like using the various apps that you have or a calendar or something like that, or writing it down, then try it this way then. Let's say I use these or just unwrapped candies there. Every time I go for a run there, I drop one in there. Now, if you're getting about the middle of May and you only have like these ones in there, you're not going to make it for your you probably quit after like maybe a kilometer or something like that too. So, and put it up on a shelf there so it's quite visible there. So you'll be able to keep a really good eye of that. And of course, you'll stand by as the old Post-it notes with sticking it on your bathroom mirrors or whatever like that too. Then, which I don't know if that. I don't know if you've ever done anything like that
Long time ago.
Yeah, like I said, it didn't work, did it?
Yeah. So visuals are definitely one of the most effective ways to hold on to resolutions, or because you're always mindful of them. You see them.
Absolutely. And my goal this year was to do a children's book. Now, what did I do? I went and bought a children's book then, and it's on my coffee table. It goes in my backpack, so it's a constant reminder that this is what I have to do this year then, because I've set a goal that this is exactly what I want to do then. So it's always staying with me. Okay,
can I ask you then, so more than a couple of weeks in here to the new year, how's the children's book coming along, Steve?
Actually, quite well. I found an illustrator. That was my first thing. So we met last Sunday.
Wow.
He had some preliminary drawings there. I had already done the outline of the script there, so what I'm going to give him is a finalized version then, and he's going to put his artist interpretation into the words that I've written.
That's good. Good work. All right, so you're well on your way.
Because it's just like, you sort of can tell like I'm taking it seriously, rather than just like saying, everybody says I want to write a book, I want to write a TV show, I want to do the great Canadian novel or something like that too. But actually, if you come back a year later, they probably haven't done anything or even opened up.
Exactly. Okay, so then how can you help people? I mean, obviously your services are up for grabs.
Exactly.
And you're an organizational coach, so people can contact you and you can help them with resolutions.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't know, by
Yeah,
website
through your website, of course.
Yep. And also, too, I have, like, throughout the year, various classes throughout the city there. So I post them on the website there, so they can follow it with that, too.
SteveGingras.net. And I do know that on your website, there's all kinds of different things that you can learn about clutter busting, procrastination. You offer training sessions. Your blogs are full of all kinds of great information.
Right. And it's also for your personal or also for your work. And I've also worked with somebody who had, like, a really daunting job there that was too much there. Got her to start first 10 minutes for a day. She writes out her plan for the day, and it seemed to be working great for her.
Good work. You're a good man, Steve.
Thank you, Dylan.
Keeping us organized. And Happy New Year, SteveGingras.net, the website to go to. More daytime coming up in moments on Rogers TV.